were people like, I'm watching Twin Peaks for the boobs?
No, but they'll just be sort of like you, where they're like, "Oh, I know that."
And
It's like
wander.
it's like I'm more surprised from like an IP perspective, but it's like if you
Yeah.
similar
Yeah.
idea, if you called your Hooters knockoff like
Star
the
Wars.
Golden Arches or something like
Sure.
that, and people are, oh, McDonald's, I know that.
I love that.
People are stupid, They're just,
I guess so.
oh, it's
It's kind of like
McDonald's.
but it's such a weird one to pick. Like, was it that big? Or, I mean, I guess it was big for a while. Did they like, they're like, we got an Amber restaurant right now, like at the height when it was, the height of
What's on
popularity.
TV tonight?
Yeah. It's sort of like naming your construction business like AAA construction, right? So like you show up first in the phone book, but like sort of early
Among
SEO.
another 100 others doing the same thing.
Yeah. They just be like, freaking, I'm
Twin Peaks?
Bill Clinton, the restaurant.
Crazy frog.
Reddit, the restaurant.
but it's like horny though. Like specifically it's gonna.
I guess you are working with like the dumbest people possible. Like your customers you're trying to sell.
Who was the
Wouldn't be watching Twin Peaks.
right? Exactly.
Yeah.
Who was like? Oh,
The bottom
you know
of the
what?
barrel was not watching Twin Peaks.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, this is the Superlatives episode. Hey guys, we're back. It's the next episode. We got through our movies last week. That was a lot of fun. And this week we've got a bunch more categories. Ben and Atticus are here. Thanks for being with me, boys. We got to talk about TV. It was a year of content, that's for damn sure. Who wants to start us off? Who watched some good TV this year?
Been good on
I
TV.
did.
Yeah, Ben.
Okay. So, to be clear, we obviously watched, let's see, Lost and Twin Peaks together this year. But I did, I think surprisingly, watch a few other shows with Shelley, especially earlier in the year, that I think were pretty good. And there was one that came out almost exactly a year ago this week on Netflix, actually, called Asura, which is a Japanese family drama. And this is the one that's written and directed by the great film director Hirokazu Koreeda. I thought it was really good. It's like I don't know what you call it, like a limited series. I'm just trying to say it off the top of my head, but I'd say like maybe 7-8 episodes, that kind of length, no more than 10. Very, very good. It's like a movie, which is what I like. You get a little bit of fun of the
TV really be
serialization.
kind of like movies these days in a lot of ways.
Kind of,
Many are saying.
Kind of
but I don't.
potentially
I
some
think
good and bad ways.
in good and bad ways. I think that the TV thing that I shouldn't say it annoys me, but I don't know, something about it doesn't feel as great. It feels a little bit like a cheat. Is the fact that you can, you're enticing people to watch the next episode every single time.
Yeah, the hooks
Um,
or whatever.
the hook, yeah, which this does to a certain degree, but yeah, it's great. It looks like a film. It's got a bunch of really great actors in it. It's really just a family drama, but very, very fun.
There you go.
Are we through the golden age of television, or
People say that. People,
but isn't stuff today probably better than like if you were to actually go back? Like,
But I
people
think
say
that-
that they're kind of talking about Game of Thrones, aren't they? A little bit.
like Sopranos through end of Game of Thrones, I think. Or
Okay.
I think the academically accepted range of golden age of television is Sopranos through the end of Breaking Bad and Mad Men. I think it's kind of, and it's not to say that there haven't been good or even better shows since. I think the idea is that like the golden age is supposed to sort of like represent like an era distinct from the previous. And then like I think we're just kind of in we could still be in still good stuff, but things, the industry or whatever has shifted enough.
What? I'm really not trying to. I'm not trying to trash TV, and I don't have an argument here. But like, what are the other shows during that age, that supposed age that you listen? Because I know people like Sopranos. I know people like Breaking Bad, and I've seen that one, and Mad Men. What else
The Wire?
falls in there? Okay,
Lost was
Lost.
kind of
Okay.
tracks that like exact through there. Game of Thrones, Gambo, hit that.
True Detective.
True Detective, baby. Yeah.
But only one season that people really. I mean, I like them all, but they only like one season.
I mean, that's kind of what you.
House of Cards.
House of
I'm
Cards.
sure someone would try to put in there.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Really
I don't know if I'd allow it, but
yeah.
I mean, that's
Sopranos
kind of
like
what
a
I think about.
90s
Like,
thing?
we have like, that's when TV was good, but like, would you want to watch an episode of House of Cards? No.
Also, a lot of these shows share very, like similar themes, right? Like it's kind of like self-destructive men, the era kind of thing, and you can kind of you can move on eventually from that, I suppose.
It's also all live action stuff too, which
That's true.
isn't the worst, but that does kind of bother me a little bit.
Then I'll go ahead and shout out my first TV show of 2025 that I want to talk about, Common Side Effects.
Yes.
Nice. Yeah, Atticus, you and I watched the finale of this together.
Yeah.
This is a great show. This is really
extremely good.
I think Scavenger's Reign was my show of 2024.
Oh, really?
And 2025 brought us Common Side Effects. Mike Judge is somehow involved with this. He executive producing and voicing some characters in here, but really inventive animation, and very funny, very moving, very it do be like this. It subverts a lot of expectations the whole way through. It's very well done, and it is coming back. It has been renewed.
Oh, good. Do they have like the crazy lead time? Like, I wonder if animation is suddenly going to be a faster art form than like all the like. Well, maybe it's always been that way, but between most shows, it's like 4 or 5 years. For
I almost would want to say that like a distinguishing factor between the golden age of television and everything that came after is that like, oh, for some reason we decided that TV needs to take years and years between seasons. Like, I think that's a big criticism of Stranger Things. Pluribus is going to take like 3 years for the next season to come out. Severance took like 3 years for the next season to come out. And I think a lot of this has to do with like, we need to see how it all performs, and then we'll see if we're going to renew it. And then we have to like spin up the machine that just takes a very long time to do, rather than just being like, we can kind of bank on it and roll, just because
I'm an auteur. What I'm making is good. I believe in this.
Yeah. And just like the industry is just weird. But yeah, I don't know. Animation, it's weird that like animation can really run the spectrum of like South Park famously, right? Like, you make an episode in a week, like start to finish. Mm-hmm. And then also, but like if you're doing animation, right, it's a very time consuming craft that should take longer than doing it shooting live action many times. It's just about like kind of what infrastructures you have in place. But this Common Side Effects studio that also did Scavenger's Reign, or these people, like, hopefully they've kind of got their workflow down or something. I don't know.
I've heard that a lot of it, maybe this is just an anime thing, but like I've heard that a lot of the animation has shifted from, what do you call it? So you like, okay, in anime, you'd have like your kind of expensive creator studio, whatever, in Japan, and they make,
do you like the keyframes?
Keyframes. And then they would ship it off to like Korea, or what do you call it in between the keyframes,
Yeah, the
basically.
tweeners or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I think a lot of that has shifted to China now. But I've heard or noticed through Shelley that and now it's slipping my mind. What do they call it? What do Chinese people call that animation? But China's got a lot of animated stuff coming out now. They've got a bunch of animation studios now.
That makes sense. Yeah, like if they're of all the work is eventually flowing to them, like they're gonna build up the
Yeah.
Hey, we like
artist.
doing this. What if we did the fun stuff?
Yeah.
The creative part.
Atticus, want to talk about a show?
Am I right? The Rehearsal was this year?
I think it was season 2. Yeah.
Another amazing season, and like you've never seen this before type of show.
Mm-hmm.
That I really like this season.
It was a good season. Good season of television. Ben, you want to shout anything else out? And we'll try to move a little bit faster.
I just had Asura. You guys can keep it going.
Cool. Andor season 2 came out this year. I'm a big Star Wars guy. But Andor season 2, it's done now. They just did the 2 seasons. It's so good. Everyone's right about how good it is. And it's better than they say. I loved Andor.
Severance was this year.
Yes, sir.
We recently sped through a rewatch of seasons back to back. So good.
Yeah.
So good.
I think Severance is my show of the year. It's getting my bold take here. And it's I haven't felt like I've been feeling things I haven't felt before or for a long time watching Severance. Just like the really like can't wait for the next episode. I love that feeling. Like I like watching things at a weekly pace. I love I really like thinking about the episode, and I'm not like a forums guy. Like I'm not talking to other people, but I like thinking about it. And I will say I'm also gonna mention my worst of the year. People bad at watching TV is kind of ruining stuff for me, where the people have gotten so bad at watching television, you guys, and talking to idiots about, or seeing idiots talk to each other about Severance was insanely infuriating to me this year.
My show of the year is The Chair Company.
Nice.
Which is it was interesting. We also rewatched that recently, and right after Severance, and it was kind of an interesting, kind of similar topics that were really good.
Corporate sinister corporate stuff.
Yeah,
goes down. Yeah. What do you think of the finale?
We haven't rewatched the finale, so that's not fresh in mind. I didn't. I'm making like Pete level mind games to myself to not think of one of the main characters revealed to be one of the reveals being kind of hard. That I'm like, you know what, next season's gonna clear that up. Hopefully, I don't know,
because it did get renewed.
I didn't
right?
I think so.
Yeah, cool. Got any worsts we want to talk about? Worst of the year?
Last of Us.
Nice, dude. Fuck that show.
Not for the reasons you'll see if you search why The Last of Us is the worst.
Oh, show because you don't like women, right, or something, or what's the?
Yeah, that's not why. It just was not very good. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Nothing to do with Bella Ramsey not being.
Oh, that's right. She's not hot or something, right? And then they're like,
yeah.
Oh, we gotta have. Yeah, that's awesome. Gamers are so sick. I love gamers.
Is this a TV show that's based on that game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you're dealing with the worst of the worst every episode.
I do think The Last of Us does typify the like this era of prestige TV. It's It's very dressed up slop to me.
Season 1 was very compelling. I liked season 1. It had like there's some like episodes that would just be kind of separate from the main story that would be very like moving and interesting. But season 2 is just quite the slog.
Nice. I love to hear. I just have it out for this show.
Yeah.
I'm glad that it sucks. I also I'm rooting against The Last of Us. I am rooting hard against The Pitt for some reason. People love The Pitt, and
Is this like the ER
yes,
type show?
This is the ER type show. And you know what? It seems to be doing the exact opposite of what we were talking about. Like it's turning around. Its second season is premiering this week, or it's already coming back. You know, like they're turning around prestige TV. They're doing it. They've spun up the machine. Good for them.
Yeah, I'm rooting for that failure too. Why do people want to watch that?
I don't know. I don't really know why I'm rooting so hard against it either. I'm sure it's great. I kind of want to see it, but I also am rooting against it.
Is it like one of those serialized ones where? Well, yeah.
I think the idea is the whole season takes place over the course of one shift at the ER.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's like 24.
It's like 24.
How long is a season? Oh, is it a
That's
24
why it's so easy to film.
episode? Okay.
I don't know how long the season is.
Shelly did have me watch with her this Korean drama show earlier this year that was like a hospital one where it's like some really fancy hospital in Seoul has like
They got the med beds.
dying. Well, they've got like they make a ton of money off of like colonoscopies and other like fancy shit.
Hell yeah.
And then they don't serve their communities
Dude, the
emergency
dream.
needs well. and so they bring in some doctor like to be the head of ER, and then he's like total badass, and he's like flying the helicopter around
Hell
on his
yes.
own, and then the big amazing. So you're like, oh, it's a badass guy who doesn't give a what anybody thinks, and then the amazing final episode reveal is that they show you in the first episode that he learned this working in the military, and so he's been doing a lot of like field work or whatever. That's why he's able to like make so much with so little. And then they reveal in the final episode, actually, he was a field med for Blackwater the entire time.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember that thing that was going around on Twitter? I think it was maybe last year, but it was there's a show about a doctor that has autism. And like
The Good
there's,
Doctor.
clips,
Yes.
The Good Doctor. Clips from that going
With
around.
Jin.
Oh, is it really?
Yes.
Yeah, he's the other. It's Doctor.
Daniel Day-Kim.
Yeah, Jin
Dr. Han.
is Dr. Han. Yes, the Chad Dr. Han.
Interesting premise. Hilarious clips.
Anyone want to say anything else about television before we move on?
Good work this year, everybody. TV industry.
Yeah, it seems to be in really good shape overall.
I assume not, but has either of you like slogged your way through any amount of recent Stranger Things?
No.
Okay.
I was asking. I saw that in the Macy's parade this year, and was asking Shelly like, season 5.
Bro caught the
remember that
Macy's parade.
This was like when we were first dating. I remember us sort of like watching 5 minutes of a Stranger Things episode together, and that was like it's pushing like 10 years ago.
Yeah, we
Also think
named
there's
our
been, like,
cat.
5 releases.
We named
of
our cat
Stranger Things.
11 after Stranger Things, and then instantly stopped watching it. But we're stuck with the Stranger Things cat here.
Did season 5 come out like 3 times this year too? Like I'm so confused about it.
Well, you know, that's annoying too. So Netflix's whole thing was that like, we're disrupting everything. They're not New Zealand, but I'm
All disruptors are though somehow.
we're disrupting the industry, aren't we? we're gonna drop all of the episodes all at once. Isn't that crazy? And then they're dropping they like stretched out the release of the last season of Stranger, like their main thing. Their main thing, the Netflix is Stranger Things, and at least this era of it all. And they're going back to the, I don't know. They did like, but we're gonna drop like a couple episodes here, Actually, that's the thing that's my worst of the year. This like fucking around with like when we're releasing our television episodes, guys. I have the right answer. I do have the right answer. The right answer is you release your television programs one episode a week. That's how you do it. You pick a day of the week. That's correct. I'm right about that. A wrong way to do it is you put it all at once.
But if you're going to do that, go ahead and do it.
But if you're going to do that, whatever, you're wrong. What I don't like is when we're going to put out 2 episodes at a time and then come back the next week and put out 2 more episodes. Are you fucking crazy? Kill yourself. That's what I have to say about
Duffer, brother.
Yeah. But if they did it with Andor, I'm like, what are you doing, bro?
Just make a double episode then.
Or
you can't.
Stretch it out. I need time to catch up, dude. I'm Mr. B Watch. I don't do anything. I don't do anything with my life. I'm bad at living my life. And
give me a minute.
I
watch your show.
Do nothing but watch TV. I need more time to watch TV.
I was watching, I've gotten into this YouTube series where they like this woman will like recreate like snacks that like you can buy.
This
like so
Claire
she did like an oatmeal. Yes.
The queen.
I was watching her like making like oatmeal cream pies from scratch that looked so good.
Nice.
And she was like bringing out all this ridiculous equipment. Oh, I think when her episode about making an Uncrustable from scratch, she involved like a meat slicer like at a grocery store to get the bread like thin
uniform
enough. Yeah, and it was just funny. Like I would love to like be able to like do like a test kitchen. That sounds like so much fun. But as we're watching, like, well, I can't get like a slicer like that. I can't do that. And then eventually she said something about like, and then you wait an hour and a half. And I'm at the point where like, I don't even have an hour and a half. I wish I had an hour and a half. I feel so defeated by all this. How do you have an hour and a half? I wish I had an hour. I have nothing but time, but I still don't have an hour and a half to wait.
That's you've nailed 2025 in a sentence. I have nothing but time, and I still don't have an hour and a half. Any other TV takes that we want to take? I don't think we're going to get through all of our categories, and I'm not going to try to rush us through. But any other TV things you want to say? Okay, that's fine. I think we're good. Let's talk about best music, and I'll go first. I don't listen to a lot of music. I've been listening to a lot more music this year than I usually do, which is good. I think music's good. It's a good use of time for people to be making music. It's one of the best, I think. And a couple albums that I liked earlier that were released pretty early in the year, but Viagra Boys' new album, Viagra Boys. I don't know how you would say that, but it's a very good album.
Yeah.
And Ethel Cain, Perverts, also a good album.
I had the Viagra Boys sort of self-titled album, whatever, on my list as well.
Oh, nice.
That's one of the ones I picked up this year. I wrote down the new Japanese breakfast album for melancholy brunettes and sad women. I got that one early on. And I was pretty disappointed by this, but I'm just sort of naming off the new ones that I actually was excited enough to go buy and listen to a bunch. I got the new Arcade Fire Pink Elephant album early on in the year.
I didn't even realize that they're still doing that. Arcade Fire is
still a band. Yeah,
I guess.
I saw people saying similar things. I don't really read any music journalism or whatnot anymore, but at
Does
some
it even
point I ran
exist
across some
anymore? Is it like just
comments
Fantano
section.
still? Like who?
Maybe.
Like it's crazy. I feel like Pitchfork is essentially dead in any way, like meaningful way.
Yeah.
Internet's just a
I'm trying to
bad
think.
place now.
I'm trying to think where it was. It might have been like, honestly, it might have been like the New York Times, which is, I mean, the other funny thing about music criticism is, I mean, I'm not trashing you for saying this, but so much of it, like if you read the comments, have you read the comments lately? If you read if you read them, uh, it's always people that are like, I didn't even know anybody listened to them anymore. I stopped listening to them back when I lived in Brooklyn in 2005 after their first album came out. Like, okay, sounds like you just don't listen to music anymore or don't listen
That's
to
fair.
anything anymore. Like, that's a lot of the feedback.
Were we supposed to call you directly and let you know about the new album that we're doing?
I guess I didn't mean that as like a slight on them. I did mean that as
You were just
No,
surprised.
I hadn't been paying
I know.
attention to what they had been up to.
Yeah. I've got a couple more I was going to call out. So 20th anniversary album that didn't I bought it this year, but I bought one of the original ones. But 20th anniversary of the M.I.A. album, her debut album, her debut LP at least, Arular, which is great. I listened to that a lot throughout the year. And then there was one.
Did she also
on
go
the-
nuts this year?
I think she's been kind of nuts for a
Okay,
while.
I think she went particularly.
I don't know if
nuts.
she did anything. I don't know what she did this year. Yeah, I know she's pretty. I did try to read a little bit. I did read a couple, read one or two retrospectives on this album. Like, oh, it's 20 years later. This is what I think of the album. And of course, like, at least a quarter of both of them were like, yes, I know that she's crazy now and you're not supposed to like her, but also this album is very good.
Sure.
And I feel the same way as you. And there are a lot of people saying the same thing. I don't listen to her music anymore because she's insane. Yeah. So that was very good. I listened to that a ton. And then on the on the movie on the movie front, I bought a re-release of the In the Mood for Love soundtrack. That's 25th anniversary of that film and the soundtrack coming out. So I got that. And I want to call this out. This is sort of outside of the music part exactly, but it's one of those Zoetrope albums. Do you guys know what those are? Yeah.
Well, I know
Very
what a
fun. I've
zoetrope
never-
is. Does
Do
it?
you know what a Zoetrope LP?
No,
is?
but do they? I
So
assume
they
they put
have-
one on a vinyl.
Yeah, they print it on both sides of the vinyl, and then you can
Huh.
turn off the lights and turn on a little strobe and watch it through a pinhole or on your phone or whatever.
I'm gonna
Very
guess
fun.
you're the only person who's ever like gotten into that sober. Like you're the only one who experiences the Zoetrope album like perfectly like clear headed.
As intended.
Probably, yeah, probably. Shelley even more so. She wasn't interested in it herself, but she saw it, and I missed it when we were in Hong Kong. And she had asked, I guess she was going to maybe get it to me as a gift or something. And she asked one of the guys, one of the shop owners in Hong Kong, if he had it, and it was sold out. And then she helped me find it online after our trip, and I got it. And she was very intent on like the day I got it. She was like, "Okay, you got to show me how this works." And we turned off all the lights in the house and had to go figure out how to get a strobe light that would go at the right speed and stuff. And we both sat there for like the whole album just looking looking at the
Cool.
picture.
That's fun. I didn't know that was a thing.
Very fun. Yeah.
I still have a
So you-
stack of albums that I need a record player to play.
Nice.
Is that your primary like way to listen to music then, Ben? Like, what maybe like serious listening? You try to carve out some record time.
Yes, I guess so. I don't know that I do much serious listening, but that's the closest I get to it. Yeah, is I have the record player hooked up to my sound system that I use for the for movies and stuff too. And yeah, it's become kind of my hobby when I go on vacation abroad. That kind of gives me like a little, I mean, it sounds stupid because it's just shopping ultimately, but it gives me like a little fun thing
Little
to do
mission.
of like, I go to different shops in every city that we visit and we spend, 30 minutes, an hour at each one, and I'll dig through stuff and find something new. So yeah,
Very
that's fun.
cool.
I listen to like Spotify in the car, but Shelly makes fun of me for this. It's literally just every time we get in the car, it restarts on like my liked music, which I don't really like anything new because I don't really listen to Spotify very much. So we basically listen to the same 5 songs every single time. And if we happen to go on a drive that's more than like 20 minutes, then we hear a few more.
Yeah. That was a cool experience that we had this year, Atticus, like going through
Yeah.
the different CD shops and stuff in Normal, Illinois together. It was cool picking out classic CD. The project was to pick out like a period accurate soundtrack for a late 90s BMW to keep in the glove box type of thing. I think that's a cool thing to do. Atticus, Mr. Musician.
Horrible way to introduce that, because I have the most like failed the assignment listening journey this year, and probably like list here, but I have Oscar Peterson's Night Train.
Ooh.
The top of my that I've just been listening to that. I would say that was my 2025 top album. And
This is ace the assignment. That's you can't get much better than that.
And but this year I'm starting a music journal with the mission of every day I'm listening to a full album. The hope is to get myself listening to more stuff I'm unfamiliar with, but allowing myself, like, I have a hard time listening to music new to me, so I'm mixing in plenty of stuff I've listened to before to pad it out a little bit. But that's helping me listen to more stuff. And I'll say I have a 2025 album that I've listened to this year already. You guys like Olivia Dean at all?
I don't know her.
No, I don't
Olivia
know
Dean?
this.
The Art of Loving. I'm sure we'll be hearing that name quite a bit in the future. But
you're predicting a blow up?
I'm predicting a blow up if it's not embarrassing to already say that she's not blown up potentially. But I'll say that's the only thing on the list so far from 2025. But my main album last year was Night Train.
Cool.
And I'm like fighting the consumerist feeling of I'm fighting streaming a little bit internally, like finding it potentially, I've got a physical MP3 FLAC player.
Oh, cool.
Headphones. Yeah. So
nice. I felt very similarly about like the stream. I canceled my Spotify subscription, which is tough because I had been a subscriber since college and I had like all of my stuff there, whatever. But like, I mean, I love the project that you've been on, that you've started. We're 11 days into the year. Have you kept up with it so far?
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
I remember, Ben, you had a big project like that back in the day. And I think I miss friction when it comes to media.
Yes.
You
treat it more preciously. When,
absolutely.
You had to earn it into your headphones.
Yeah. It's same with like movies and everything too. I think that I think that if I'm going to make a media prediction, there's going to be like especially with all of the AI stuff, intention is coming back to media consumption, you guys. Like, we're going to be intentional with our media now, where I think that like generations who come after us who were maybe started out with like access to everything are gonna not really like recognize for us as like millennials or whatever who like I think we got overloaded. We like it worked too well on our brains to be like, oh, suddenly we don't have to go buy a CD anymore and we can just do everything. And then now music is just this like this background thing. It's just kind of this passive consumption, and it's the passive consumption I think of everything that's been happening: movies, TV, music, and I think that hopefully I think it's gonna be more intentional. But like maybe when everything is accessible, you start to have to be a bit more intentional with it. And I think putting like random like parameters on it for ourselves, arbitrary parameters, like I'm gonna listen to the like a physical FLAC player type thing, or a record, or buy a Blu-ray, or there could be an argument for like a Plex server still being like a way of like enforcing some deliberation and tension with media.
It lets things grow on you instead of like dipping out as soon as you don't like the. I think that's the thing that has been the worst for me. Like if I were buying CDs, I'd listen to the whole CD, but if I don't like the first track of an album, I'm like, well, I could be listening to something I like, I already like, and so I never try something new that way.
Yeah. I like having this is more on the physical side, but I like having the physical thing there because one, there's a lot of good artwork and stuff like that that comes along with these things in the first place, whether it's on a jewel case or like I really like the LPs and the stuff that comes inside it. Like that looks cool to have around. But like, I mean, I do this I do this with the LPs and I do this with a lot of my Blu-rays that I have too. Like I'll kind of pass by my Blu-rays every single day and like a new one will catch my eye. Or by a new one I mean like something that I've watched in the past is still on the shelf will like catch my eye and I'll think about it for a while. And then it's really nice to be able to just like one night pick it back up. Like this is a very goofy example, but like yesterday I'd been passing by the Michael Mann movie Black Hat on my shelf for a long time. And I've seen it a couple times before. And like, if that was just like on Netflix or something like that, and I'm just scrolling past it or, whatever, I probably wouldn't go, I don't know. I probably wouldn't think as much about it. But I think just it's there on the shelf, kind of staring back at me all the time. And I'm like, oh, I invested in this, I suppose. Like I cared to buy this. I want to watch it again. And I think that's a big one too, is the physical part or just having to have some more skin in the game and like buy this stuff really encourages you to go back to it as well instead of just like listen to an album one time and completely forget about it and move on to the next thing.
It's almost like the opposite of what Netflix I mean, obviously, but like the convenience bin, it's just a little press versus like getting it out of the case, taking out whatever is already in your player and switching it. Like, that actually is good and feels good.
It's good for the experience. And there's supposed to be, you're supposed to like, well, whatever. I don't know. I'm gonna get to like Joe Rogan-y or something. I don't know, but you're supposed to have a little bit of process to things. My music of the year is gonna go to though jazz on YouTube. This might be going against what we were just talking about. I did buy a Snarky Puppy Blu-ray though, so that at least there's that. But just putting on a concert, watching a concert, or watching a recording of musicians play has really gotten me back into jazz. Used to be much more into jazz, but I don't know, man. Watching jazz on YouTube is great.
These are like live, like recorded concerts. That's what you're talking about
contemporary
video
or like black and white footage.
everything.
Nice.
Yeah, watching old broadcasts, like the Buddy Rich Channel 1 Suite, for example, or something like that's a good time. And all the way up through like oh god, what's the artist that I found recently? I will find it here, but they're like a jazz trio, or I mean, it's mainly this one like guitar player. I'm sure I've sent you several videos here, but they're like just in the park, and they title all of their stuff to be like very algorithm friendly, which it sucks.
I don't think you've sent this to me, but I've come across this myself.
Oh, okay.
I
Like,
think.
what if
When it's
Taylor
like a jazz-
Swift was jazz kind of stuff?
Yeah. Professional jazz musician plays
Yeah, like
Tennessee whiskey. Or
yeah,
something.
yeah, or the Bill Withers or something. And like it's too bad that like that's how like musicians have to.
Well, it's still great.
Yeah, but like putting it on, it's so fucking good. That guy's voice is incredible. The musicality, everything. Like I think they're all like, I don't know, like NYU students or something. But
Sure.
it's
like another Wolfpack essentially. It could be. Like,
Yeah.
they could all fit into Wolfpack.
yeah,
It sounds like like a Bad Bad Not Good was pretty big on this.
yeah,
when we
kind
were
of
in
like
college
that.
too, high school.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But I've been
Will,
really digging them.
Do you remember the Bad Plus?
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Should I get into them?
Yes.
I haven't listened to them, but they're like, I was looking at shows in St. Louis, and they've got a resident. I don't know. They're playing a jazz club several nights. The Bad Plus will be in St. Louis. And
Fuck. What if
I'm
we?
like, should I start listening to them?
Maybe we should meet up in St. Louis.
Yeah.
And go to a jazz club and see the Bad Plus. That'd be cool.
Great remake, movie remake name. There.
What?
Come on.
What if we should? Have you seen Meet Me in St. Louis before?
Oh no. What if we should meet up in St. Louis?
What if we should meet up in St.
Did you
Louis?
guys see him just hit me in the face?
God damn it, Marlo. I'm gonna find this this artist that I've been talking about. Also, you did bring up Wolfpack. Lots of good YouTube stuff.
Yeah.
On them. That's a fun YouTube search.
Oh my God, so good.
Zoe has been scared of Wolfpack for years because she thought because of the name sounded scary. And she thought it was like metal or something.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, I'm
And-
sure they've lost lots of listeners for
And
people thinking it couldn't be further from that.
and yeah, she loves Wolfpack now, and she's would like to mention that Wolfpack is some of her favorite music of the year, and just the fact that they are
Hell
not
yeah.
scary is good. Kubla
I think I was
is the
I was
name of
scared
the
of-
group or guy, the singer guitarist Kubla, Kubla. I would recommend checking out the track. Did we make this Bill Withers song even funkier? Double question mark. It's so good. And 9 Inch Nails. I just also like I like 9 Inch Nails now.
you getting into 9
I've been
Inch Nails?
getting into
Scary
9 Inch
sounding
Nails.
band.
Nice.
I've been too
I
scared
was gonna
to
say
try
I
them.
was scared of Viagra Boys, or
Oh.
I was very turned off by Viagra Boys when you would pitch them to me for a long time because I was like, this sounds like some sort of Scandinavian like mumble rap. group.
Yeah,
And it turns out Scandinavian part true.
and kind of mumbly, but it's rock.
Yeah, it's rock.
They might be my favorite contemporary like pop group at this point.
Nice.
They nail the like loose, sloppy, but it's actually really tightly produced sound. Like they're able to convey like, yeah, it gives the sense of jankiness, but it's actually super in the pocket, or like right down the middle kind of thing. Anyway,
Can I say too, by the way, since you called them a pop group, I do think that's a very fun. I would have liked this even more, or did like this even more when I was actually pretentious about this kind of thing. But I've been doing it with Shelly recently when she'll ask about something like, "Oh, what kind of band is this?" or whatever. Pop. Everything is pop music except for like classical
What
music.
you like?
There's pop, there's jazz, and there's classical music. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. I guess they're a rock. They're a rock group. Rock is weird. I know people have been talking
You can call
about
them pop group
Geese.
too.
People talk about Geese. Anyone? That seems to be like the big album that made it to my sphere that I actually haven't checked out. But
Wet Leg. That's another band that I hear a lot of people talk about.
I
saw that at the record store when I was there.
I liked whatever that album was. Yeah.
Is that the name of the band or
Yes.
the album?
Yeah, that's the name of the band.
Okay.
I mean, maybe they have a self-titled album. I'm not sure. But like Catch
Is it a
These
rock?
Fists
Well,
is a good one.
I assume it's pop. It's pop, but is it a rock
It's rock.
group? Okay.
It's rock. KEXP fun recordings to watch on YouTube.
Nice.
Wet Leg did a set for them. So did Viagra Boys, and it was at like 9 a.m. So it was bad, and they like were acknowledging it at the time. But yeah, checking out jazz on YouTube. That's fun.
I'm glad you explained it more because when you first said that, I was imagining like, chill hip hop.
Oh yeah,
chill hip hop vibes to
lo-fi
study
girl.
music.
I've been getting really into lo-fi girl
Lo-fi
this
girl.
year.
Yeah.
I don't think this will be a controversial suggestion that we can land on. Worst of the year is the AI generated music that's
Oh yeah.
everywhere.
I mean, okay, I trust you, but I don't know that I've run across this in my personal life. Like when you say it's everywhere, is it getting like radio play? Is it?
I guess I have a similar reaction to you in a way that because I'm not listening to the radio. I'm also not listening to like the algorithm on Spotify either. So I don't really know how, but I just like stuff like the Charlie Kirk song, which is funny, but also like, God damn it. And then, just hearing about it charting and like, Joe Rogan's, I saw a clip of him talking about like that type of where it's coming into the conversation more than I'm aware of it coming into my ears, maybe.
But I will also I would bet that we have all encountered it this year because what's going on, we've all been to like a restaurant or coffee shop at some point. And the way that this happens is Spotify playlists, curated Spotify playlists have become replacement for radio in a lot of places, right? Like instead of just having like background music on the radio, you put like a Spotify playlist that's like, yeah, we kind of joked about like beats to jazz to study or relax to or something like that. And it's supposed to you just put it on, but there's a lot of that stuff that is AI generated or it's like fake bands. I think it started as being they're not, whatever. They're like they'll be real musicians, but they'll pay them like a one-off thing to just be in these playlists, so they don't have to pay them royalties, kind of thing. But then there is just literally AI generated. It sounds like something that would be in the background of a coffee shop or a restaurant. That stuff is like that charts because it's like there's nothing objectionable about it at all. It doesn't say anything. It doesn't mean anything. It is just noise.
And is that the theory on why Spotify would be like preferring that? Is that it's safer? Or do they have some
don't
like
have to
stake
pay
in the generation? Oh, okay. It's in their library.
That's what confuses me. They don't pay people anyway, basically, right? So
yeah. It's, I mean, if it were kind of at the end of it where it's like, okay, they've dominated. Now what? Are you just going to you just have to squeeze the margins that do exist?
You'd rather pay nothing than a cent.
Right. Yeah.
Also it costs. I mean, I'm not trying to, whatever, like think too hard about the AI part because on principle I'm against it, but like costs nothing to make that AI art stuff too. Like,
but that's a one-time cost, Ben.
I guess, but like that's what I'm like. What kind of money are they even paying some rando anyway. I would have thought like a couple cents a year. It's going to take
These
hundreds
playlists,
of
the
years.
major playlists, are basically like the biggest radio stations out there, though. So like
Okay.
if you do get on one of these playlists, you could make a good amount of money because people just put it on in the background kind of stuff now.
Why do we need more of it? Why hasn't someone just generated like 10 hours of inoffensive jazz, and that's what the playlist will be? If it's for people who don't want to think about it, why do we need, like, why are they generating more and more and more of it?
I
It's just like,
I think that like it's not sustainable, and it's gonna crash at some point. But I think it's because music is still cool, and you want to give the impression that you are listening to like a real artist, or like you are discovering an indie. The people like to be thinking that they're on the inside of something, or like, oh, whatever, and it's like. You're not discovering anything. You're just putting on like Spotify's algorithm or whatever. But you can see like, oh, they've got like a name, and it kind of, and then you see the picture, and like, oh, they kind of look like they got long hair. They look cool or something. Like I'm on the inside of something, and it's all fake, and it's all propped up. But that like, yeah, there's like, it's a new release. It is new. Feels like something that you can. And eventually it's going to be flooded, and there's going to be enough of that, and it's going to come crashing down where like it's no longer cool if everything is garbage. Here's new garbage, but that's a problem for next quarter kind of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I think does anyone have anything else to say about music for the year? Because I think we're going to stop after this category.
I was just going to say my AI music hustle has really taken off this year, where I'm just like uploading slop. It's been great.
Good for you. That's huge.
It's a hedge. It's a good hedge.
I've gotten off Spotify for my own personal listening. I've gotten on the business side. I'm going ham.
I mean, that
It's
is
like those
very...
people,
You're probably
people
gonna
who
say
say
something.
that they're like, okay, I'm gonna vote for Kamala, but I'm gonna invest. I'm gonna bet $10,000 on Donald Trump on Kalshi.com or whatever. So whatever happens, I
I'm a
have
winner.
something to be happy about. I've either made a bunch of money, or yeah.
No fascism.
I was gonna say it's like the tech CEOs were like, I don't let my kids have phones, kind of thing.
Oh yeah, but I am going to
Make everybody be on their damn phone. All right, that was the best TV and best music. I guess TV and music discussions of 2025. We still have news event, treat, dog, cat, game, ruse/bit, recipe, and bathroom experience to get to. We might have ourselves many episodes to record. But this sounds like fun.
We'll get through the
2025
end,
for
yeah.
all of 2026.
It kind of makes sense if we're doing Twin Peaks like 20 years later or whatever, like 2025, 6 months later.
Mhm.
I don't know.
2026 is the year of 2025.
I'm calling it.